going to start with the unsexiest of subjects. We're going to start with forecasting. Right? Forecasting, the way we go about forecasting, or have for a very long time, is to take the aggregate of what you do at hotels. Right? We have 5,000 hotels around the world. They all do a forecast. We add them all up, and that's what we're going to do. For the longest time, that was acceptable. To do a lot of the cool things that we're talking about, the cool things that you hear about, that was no longer an option. We had to get better. One of the things we had to do is overcome a few key obstacles. At Hilton, we're going to celebrate in about a year our 100th birthday. We have a CRS that is 30 years old, right? Airbnb, I think I heard earlier, is 5 years old, right? So that's our first obstacle. So we're working with, in many cases, 30-year-old technology and trying to produce really cool things off of it, right? And replacing some of the infrastructure is really not an option, mainly to point number 3, which is cost. But let's go to modeling flexibility. So what it's like to model a forecast at a Hampton Inn in East Tulsa is extremely different than what it's like to build a forecast for the Hawaiian Village. 5,000 rooms, 6 towers, 7 pools. Can't count how many room types they have, right? So to figure this equation out, we brought in a partner who is really good. We're not a technology company. We brought in SaaS Ideas. And what they had to do was figure out not just how to do a forecast engine. They did that. But we put them next to ours, and we were still better. Right? The human, the director of revenue at a hotel, was still outperforming what this great technology company had built. So we had to overcome these obstacles, and it came with hybrid modeling to start. So we had to teach SaaS to create a model that learned what we did well. Right? Don't go create a model that you think will work well and slam it on 5,000 unique products, but learn why we do them well and let it keep learning. Proper human interaction. I say it like we have overcome it. It's something we wrestle with because things change, right? You don't know what's going to happen in a marketplace. Well, I shouldn't say a system will not always know, right? There's a hurricane on the way. It won't pick that up until the demand surge has passed or the depression has passed, right? Super Bowl gets announced, a concert gets announced. It will not pick that up before the human does, and by then, all your rooms are booked at too low a rate. You didn't pick up on it. At the same time, we've got people like me who've been doing this for a long time, and we have preferences, right? If my job 20 years ago was to interact with a system in a certain way, I have a tendency to do that, and I'm sub-optimizing what SaaS and Ideas has built. So finding the right balance of proper human interaction, along with a system that learns continually and works for every different kind of product that we have to offer, those were some really big, cool things we had to figure out, and we needed a partner to do that. The result we launched last year, we've improved forecast accuracy by 3 percentage points across 5,000 hotels, and it's a pretty big difference. And one of the coolest things we've done is Go Hilton. This is our team member travel program. So if none of you have heard of it, that's probably a good thing. The forecasting model that takes the inverse then, so what we will not sell, and turns it over to our team members. So we've had 350,000 bookings in the last year and a half where team members get to stay in our hotels and be guests. It makes them better at serving guests when they know how to be guests. They pick up great ideas. They get to see the world. And on any given night, we have 7,500 of these guests in our hotels every single night. Helps offset some fixed costs along the way. Is it a big money maker? Not really. It's not intended to be. But without the forecasting engine, we would not be getting these benefits, and in this case, the customer is our own team member. Some other cool examples that have been enabled. You may have seen this in the news. We're coming out with fitness rooms. Now, we can't go put fitness equipment in every single room in every hotel. What we can do, and what we will do, is put fitness equipment in a certain small amount of our inventory. But in order to make the most of that, we need to know that you really enjoy fitness and you could care less about having a treadmill. Because I can't give the benefit to the person who does not care if I want to get the benefit from the person who really does. Again, it's not really much of a moneymaker. It's not meant to be. What it's meant to be is to get your love to Hilton. Another cool idea, you've seen this in a number of places. This is the customized presentation that is delivered to you, mainly at a resort hotel, after you book. So we know what your propensity is. We know by now how many people you're coming with. It's either a family, it might be a couple. We can usually read into some of the details we get if we don't even know you, and then we can present to you a way to help your stay. Now, there are a lot of ancillary benefits and ancillary revenue that comes with this, but that's not the point. Pilot hotels, $1 million. Really not a big deal. What it has done is guests who engage in it are 86% happier. They've customized their plans. They know what they want to do. They're happier when they stay with us. The newest thing we've rolled out, points and money. First in our business, got 20,000 points. You need 40,000 to stay. A year ago, that was useless to you. Now, you combine it, right? It takes a forecast engine to make that possible. You can also pool points now, right? You've got 10,000 and you've got 10,000. Put them together, take a trip together. You can stay at a Hilton for free if that works for you. And I think our final coolest one that I'll give is our partnership with Amazon. Right? Even our best customers, our diamond guests, they get points. They rack them up, right? They're traveling, they're staying 100 nights a year. They've got point balances over 10,000, or over 10 years that are incredible. Well, if we're not enabling them to make value or see value in that, just by only offering them a hotel room, then we're not getting the love that we want to share with our guests. So we've enabled them now to go to Amazon, use your points at Amazon. You want to use it on a hotel room, come to us. You want to use it at Amazon, go use it at Amazon. Point is loyalty. Come to us, love our products, love our brands, and you'll come back. So the biggest things we're doing in this are really not driving huge revenues so much as driving the loyalty that will ultimately create it.